Harry Wallop is a consumer journalist, feature writer, columnist and broadcaster who writes for a variety of national newspapers and magazines including The Times, The Sunday Times, The Daily Mail, Mail on Sunday, The Guardian, Financial Times, Country Life and Tatler. And he's on the line with us here today. How are you?
I'm very well, Toby. Thank you very much for having me on.
Well, it's great to have you here. Now, this coming Monday night, you're going to be presenting the Channel 4 Dispatches programme about Brexit, 1 year on. So what are you able to tell us about that programme, first of all?
Well, it's a programme about the free trade deal, if you remember, was announced on Christmas Eve last year. What a Christmas present that was. And it came into force on the 1st of January, and it was designed to give British exporters keep us in the free trade zone of the EU. No tariffs, no quotas, and it's basically speaking to lots of exporters to find out how it's gone 1 year on. We know there were a few teething problems, but putting aside the teething problems, is it really a free trade zone? Have exporters found it a great last 11 or 12 months or so?
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of hard to tell because we've also had a global pandemic and it's hard to tell which has caused the issues.
Yes, absolutely. It has been very difficult, but there are some things that have been quite easy to tease out. So some things that and actually lots of the exporters we spoke to have done better in terms of they have exported more. So the pandemic wasn't really an issue for them. It's the paperwork and the costs involved that are quite fascinating, and whether indeed it really is tariff free or not. So lots of businesses have had actually really quite a good year, but they found their profits hit very hard because they're now facing far more costs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess we might have to actually just watch the programme to find this out. I don't know. But is there an overall picture of how it's went?
Well, I can't give too much away. I can't give too much away because, but I suppose, it's not, the sunny uplands that we were promised very specifically. I mean, I completely, and it genuinely, the programme is not a political programme. It doesn't take sides whether Brexit was a good thing or a bad thing. But in terms of it being a free trade zone with our biggest partner, Europe, that just hasn't come about. And a lot of the paperwork, some of the teething problems have been sorted out. That was bound to happen. But long term, there's lots of exporters who are actually they're now being slapped with lots of extra costs. And it's like, but this was never meant to happen. Why is it happening? So that's what it tries to get to the bottom of.
Yeah. And because it's sort of a current affairs programme and up to date, has it all been recorded already, or is there stuff kind of last minute that you still have to do?
Oh no, it's all been recorded. And the nature of TV, it takes a very long time. Well, actually news programmes don't, but dispatches take a couple of months to put together. So we started recording this it was researched over the summer, and then we were recording it in sort of September, really a bit in October. So it was all done and dusted a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. Now, as well as doing this programme, you've also done a bit of research on broadband, really, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been this very interesting survey that's been conducted by Vodafone about how addicted we have become to the internet and broadband over the last couple of years. Again, this is a sort of this is a lockdown effect in part, but not entirely, actually. A lot of these trends were running anyway. So they discovered that we now spend well over 6.4 hours online every day, which is an extra hour more than just a couple of years ago. And lots of people saying that they can now they just couldn't live without a good quality internet connection. One in five people said that they would be prepared to give up alcohol in return for a guaranteed good quality internet connection.
Yeah, only 1 in 5.
Well, this is the thing. I could give up alcohol for a week or for a fortnight, but could I give up I don't think I could give up the internet for a week. I just wouldn't. Yeah. I genuinely couldn't function because so much more it isn't actually about. It's not about being on Twitter or Instagram, which I spend far too long on, or sending emails. Actually, a lot of it is because some of my stuff would just start not working. I listen to the radio on the internet. It's one of those smart speakers I shout at in the morning. Hello. I won't say her name because she'll get fired up. Play the radio. Streaming TV. I'm currently testing out a TV being made by a fancy I won't give them their name. But it operates without an aerial and without a satellite dish and without a set-top box. It is all done over the internet. And of course, that means you need really good quality broadband, not just a decent internet connection. You need actually properly fast broadband connection, and that's the way the world is going.
Yeah, absolutely. We're becoming increasingly reliant on it. I've got to be honest, I probably spend more than 6 hours a day, but I've got an excuse because my work is online.
Well, exactly.
As with a lot of people these days.
Yeah, absolutely. My thermostat, my home thermostat, is connected to the internet 24 hours a day. So, so in theory, I suppose my house is online 24 hours a day. But I think we need. What was interesting about this Vodafone survey is they undertook it because at the moment, not that many of us have the hot buzzword full fibre broadband. So without wishing to get too technical, most even good broadband connection is a copper wire between the green box, the junction box at the end of your road or in your village.
Oh, yeah.
It connects the green box to your home. It's a copper wire, and it's very old fashioned. It's almost like it's the same copper wire that the telephone was sent down in the 1920s and 1930s.
Yeah.
You want properly fast broadband, you need to have what's called full fibre.
Yeah.
Full fibre to the premises is the phrase. And that requires your road being dug up. And it's been a bit of a slow rollout across the country. The government keep on promising that 85% of the country will have it within the next few years. But things need to really speed up. And Vodafone's got involved because it signed up with a third-party operator called City Fibre, and they will bring on an extra 8 million homes in the next few months, is the idea. And it will sort of hopefully kickstart competition, and Openreach will do more, Virgin will do more, and we will all get, hopefully, access to full fibre.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Well, you can watch the new Dispatches programme on Monday night at 8:30 p.m. on Channel 4 with Harry Wallop. So thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you very much indeed for having me, Tony. Much appreciated.